What if Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream was added to Dead by Daylight? Today, I'm going to answer that question by creating a full chapter concept, including a killer power, perks, and even some survivor perks based on the license of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. To those that don't know, here is a brief summary. The story follows a rogue AI known as AM, which is short for Allied Master Computer, who takes over the world, wipes out humanity, and leaves only 5 people alive. Then, over the next 109 years, he subjects them to endless psychological and physical torture, using their deepest fears and traumas against them. If you don't know anything about AM or the license, I recommend watching this animatic before watching this video so you can get a decent idea of how insane AM truly is. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. Killer name is the Master Computer, with a height of tall, a movement speed of 4.6 meters, and a terror radius of 40 meters. Now you might be asking yourself, AM doesn't actually have a character design. Well, Behavior's gonna have to make one, I guess. There's a lot of fan concepts, and even the one in the animatic that I provided earlier has a pretty great fan concept. I think it's the most popular and widely accepted one of the bunch. So they can make that, they can use that. This also gives them the opportunity to make a lot of cool legendary skins since they have a lot of creative freedom on what Am actually looks like. But back to the power. His power is Goshito Ergo Sum. At the start of the trial, 3 supercomputers and 6 nodes spawn throughout the map. Am can press and hold the power button while looking at a node to pick it up or place one down. Think of it as Skull Merchant when placing one down, and also when picking one up. You can pick it up at a long range, but you have to actually be in the area to place a node down. Survivors can interact with nodes to destroy them, and when they are destroyed, they are returned to the master computer's inventory and they may be redeployed. Think of literally any trap killer. Press the active ability button while targeting a node to activate it, creating a surveillance zone for 20 seconds. While a surveillance zone is active, the mastermind can switch into its perspective and observe the surrounding area. Think of singularity pods when it comes to this. Survivors within a surveillance zone can be targeted and afflicted with despair. Special affliction, despair. Despair progresses through 4 levels and slowly grows throughout the match once acquired. It's basically an infection. Level 1, anxiety. Skill checks are 10% faster and appear 10% more often. Level 2, unease. After performing a fast vault, the vaulted windows becomes blocked to that survivor for 8 seconds. Level 3, paranoia. Gain the oblivious status effect. At random intervals, a false projection of the master computer briefly appears and lunges towards you. Level 4, hopelessness. Gain the exposed status effect. Your aura is revealed to the master computer for 30 seconds, and after 60 seconds, you lose 1 level of despair. Survivors can interact with the supercomputers that have been placed around the map to reduce their despair by 1 level. Interacting with a supercomputer initiates a short calibration sequence. Successfully completing the sequence damages the supercomputer's integrity. Once a supercomputer loses all integrity, it is permanently destroyed and unable to be used by any survivor. A supercomputer enters a 10-second cooldown after each successful interaction. Special ability. I think, therefore I am. While viewing an active node, press the active ability button to create a construct at the node's location. Constructs move at 4.4 meters per second. They remain active for only 15 seconds. They do not emit a terror radius, but they are very loud. They can injure survivors. They cannot pick up, carry, hook, or interact with any objectives. They are destroyed immediately after successfully damaging a survivor. They are destroyed when their duration expires and are destroyed when exiting out of them. When a construct is destroyed, the original node is also destroyed. Now let's go into perks. M comes with 3 perks, I know, crazy, and are actually designed to work with them rather than just be broadly good or specific good to other things. First perk is Arbitrary Knowledge. Knowledge itself becomes their punishment. Whenever a survivor completes a great skill check, they suffer from the Oblivious status effect for 20, 25, 30 seconds. Every 25 seconds, the auras of all Oblivious survivors are revealed to you for 5 seconds. No Mouth. You rob them of their chance to call for help. Whenever a survivor screams for any reason other than taking damage, No Mouth activates. Gain a 5% haste status effect for 10 seconds. That survivor's aura is revealed to you for 3 seconds. No Mouth has a cooldown of 30, 25, and 20 seconds. Final perk is Hate. Her existence is fueled by incomprehensible hatred. Each time a generator is completed, gain a token. For each token, increase the speed at which you break pallets, breakable walls, and damage generators by 5, 6, 7%. Upon reaching 5 tokens, all survivors suffer from the Oblivious status effect for the remainder of the trial. So that is Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, but I also have some survivor concepts here that could come along with this chapter. I believe that if this chapter were to come to Dead by Daylight, we'd probably only get one survivor, and that would probably be Ted. Ted would come with legendary skins that can turn him into either Ellen or Gorrister. Nimdok and Benny don't really make sense as survivors, since Nimdok looks way too old to run around and vault and do generators, and Benny is way too ape-like. Here are three perks designed around Ted. I tried to make each perk relate to Ted, Ellen, and Gorrister, so let's get into them. Endured Suffering. I still remain even when others are gone. Whenever you become broken, blinded, or oblivious, reduce its duration by 20, 25, or 30%. Whenever you become injured while you are exhausted, reduce the exhausted duration by 20, 25, 30%. Shared Burden. Nobody should suffer alone. After healing another survivor for 1 health state, gain 1 token. When another survivor within 24 meters would scream, consume a token and prevent it, and reveal the killer's aura for 2, 3, 4 seconds. Shared Burden has a maximum of 3 tokens. And finally, Hollow Shell. This one's very simple. While injured, your scratch marks persist for 3 seconds less. While healthy, your scratch marks persist for 3 seconds longer. And that is my idea for a I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream licensed chapter into Dead by Daylight. Did you like it? If so, tell me. If you didn't like it, then, also tell me still. Cook me in the comments. Make me feel dumb and tell me how broken some of these oversights are. But yeah, have a good day. Bye-bye!